The Tesla Model Y is the compact crossover utility vehicle manufactured by Tesla. In today's video, we'll be covering all the important information about Tesla Model Y, such as its performance, pros and cons, and other valuable information that a buyer or an enthusiast might be interested in. So without any further ado, let's just dive into today's topic. Coming to the details about Tesla's Model Y, it was first unveiled in March 2019. The production of this car started January 2020 at the Fremont plant of Tesla, and deliveries of the car were made available from the 13th of March 2020. The model of this car is CUV, Compact Crossover Utility Vehicle, which can also be called a Compact Crossover SUV. As of now, the Tesla is only available in two variants, which are the dual all-wheel drive long-range version and dual-motor all-wheel drive performance version. The timeline for deliveries on this car started out at 8 to 12 weeks, but recently that timeline has been reduced to 4 to 8 weeks in the United States. As for the basic details that everyone looks for in a car, the first and foremost thing is mileage. For one complete charge, the average range covered by a Tesla Model Y is 316 miles. That's EPA rated, which is around 509 kilometers for the all-wheel drive dual-motor version. In 15 minutes, this can be charged to cover up to 158 miles, which is really fascinating. For the performance version, the range is 291 miles, and the rear-wheel drive version is expected to have an average range of 336 miles. The price of the Tesla Model Y starts from $51,000 and might differ depending on various conditions such as the region, variant, color, etc. The estimated price of the performance variant of Tesla's Model Y is $61,000, and the all-wheel drive long-range variant is around $51,000. The prices for additional features might result in an increase in that cost. For example, if you want the red color upgrade, it would cost you an extra $2,000. Somewhere around $2,000 extra for an upgrade for wheels. Then, if a person wants a fully self-driving feature, he or she would have to pay an extra $7,000. Both models come with a maximum cargo volume of 68 cubic feet, and up to 7 adults are able to fit in easily. Tesla's Model Y comes with a vehicle warranty of 4 years, 50,000 miles, whichever occurs first, and a battery warranty of 8 years, 120,000 miles. Another important aspect that most people look for in a car is its speed. The acceleration of the long-range all-wheel drive Tesla Model Y is 4.8 seconds to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour, whereas the acceleration of the performance model is 3.5 seconds to go from 0 to 60. Which is faster than some of the famous sports cars like Toyota Supra, Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat, etc. The top speed of the long-range all-wheel drive model is 135 miles per hour, and the performance model can hit a top speed of 155 miles per hour. Some of the other exquisite features of the Tesla Model Y are 12 ultrasonic sensors, all-glass roof, safety design, all-weather control, etc. So, which of the Tesla Model Ys is better? Well, there aren't many significant changes that can really define that question. Both versions of the Model Y are almost the same, except for some minor changes. People who want better performance, such as more speed, acceleration, etc., and are willing to pay an additional $10,000, they can opt for the performance package. And the people who choose this package would also have to cope with the fact that they lose a few miles on their battery's charge. On the other hand, the long-range all-wheel drive package comes with the benefit of greater mileage and a better price. However, unlike the performance package, the speed factor wouldn't be expected. Instead, you get the long-range all-wheel drive. When it comes to comparing Tesla's Model Y with the Model 3 or other Tesla models, there is some advantage as well as disadvantages. Let's have a detailed look at what some of the advantages are as well as the disadvantages, especially when compared to the Tesla Model 3. First of all, let's discuss the advantages here. The most prominent feature of Tesla's Model Y, which is absent from other models, is the heat pump. Other Tesla models use a feature called resistance heating, whereas the heat pump is known to be more efficient when compared to those. Coming to the second notable advantage, there's a heater equipped in Tesla's Model Y for the cameras and sensors. They aid in the self-driving and autopilot system. Unlike the earlier models, this car has cameras on its B-pillars placed into smaller recesses than usual. This feature was improvised in order to overcome the problems caused by glare in Tesla's Model 3. Another beneficial feature offered by the Model Y is heated radars. This feature is highly advantageous for people specifically living in colder regions. These heated radars are useful to overcome the difficulties caused by smoke or moisture present in the air. Even though this is a minor advantage, the Model Y has a USB-C connector. This is an advantage over the Model 3, which makes use of older USB connectors. There are some disadvantages to the Model Y, which makes it inferior to the Model 3. The most important disadvantage is the weight of the car. The heavy weight, which is an additional 10% when compared to Model 3, results in affecting the range and performance of the car. The Model Y doesn't have auto-dimming mirrors, which the Model 3 has. With the help of this feature, people can focus on driving without being disturbed by bright lights from vehicles coming from behind. HomeLink, which is Tesla's automatic garage door opening feature, is also unavailable in the Model Y. However, people who wish to have this feature can acquire it by paying some extra money. Last but not least, the pedestrian warning system is also absent in the Model Y. This pedestrian warning system is a low-volume noise which is generated by electric vehicles to alert pedestrians of their presence on the road. The bottom line about the Tesla Model Y is that it has its own unique set of pros and cons. The most important thing to notice is that Tesla has acquired 5 stars in all categories for safety, which makes it the safest car, which, according to our opinion, won't be any different for the Tesla Model Y. The Model Y is introduced to be an SUV, however, most people don't consider this model to be an SUV. Instead, they consider this model to be a crossover SUV. The extra seat in the third row might not be able to suit a person having a few extra pounds on them. However, it can be useful for a child to sit comfortably. The Tesla Model Y is built mostly based on the design of its sibling Tesla Model 3. Moreover, most of the internal components used are also the same for both models. The Tesla Cybertruck, which is more unique when compared to the Model Y, will be available for individuals for a lower price. If a person wants to have some features as an upgrade, he or she should be willing to pay an extra price. Usually, this often results in an increase in the overall cost estimated by the customer. Through the above-mentioned comparisons, we can jump to the conclusion that other models of Tesla might be able to give some exquisite features to buyers when compared to the Model Y. However, depending on the given details, a buyer can determine whether or not a Tesla Model Y will suit his or her needs, as some advantages might attract the buyers so much that they won't even consider the minute disadvantages.